In this video, you'll learn how to make a super easy and quick spoon ring using PotterUSA's quick form press. The first thing you'll want to do is go treasure hunting. Visit your local antique stores and thrift shops to find some really cool old silverware. After you've selected your piece of silverware, you're going to need to remove the spoon end or the fork end, depending on the piece of silverware that you chose. You can do this with some heavy-duty tin snips, bolt cutters, or in this example, I'm using a jeweler's saw and just using the jeweler's saw blade to cut through the metal. Antique silverware is made from a lot of different types of metals. Some of it's steel, some of it's brass, some of it's like a copper, nickel, zinc alloy. And depending on the thickness of your silverware and the alloy that was used, it may be more difficult or less difficult to saw, just depending on how thick it is and what it was made out of. Your next step is going to be to just refine that end by filing and sanding. So just smoothing things out, removing the marks from the saw, and making that end look finished for the final ring. So here I'm just using a flat file, and then I'm switching to some sandpaper to further refine and smooth things out. Now for the fun part. This is the PotterUSA Quick Form Press, and it's a heavy-duty bender. So here I'm using one of the ring forming attachments in the size that I needed my ring to be, and it comes with an accompanying matching Delrin former. So that's that black part that's coming down and pushing over the ring former. And I'm using that to bend the metal. This press utilizes a cam to achieve maximum force with minimal effort. I'm exerting very little force from my body, but the machine is incredibly powerful and can bend heavy-duty, thick material. So you can see how it's bending this silverware, no problem. And as you're forming it, you're just going to take slow steps moving forward, inching your way along the length of that piece of silverware. So I'm just kind of taking small bites and pushing down the Delrin former in order to slowly have my silverware conform to the shape of that ring former. But there's no hammering involved. I'm not stressing my body out or anything by having to exert a lot of physical force. The machine is doing all of the hard work for me. And you can see this is really quick. I'm going to have this ring completed in under 5 minutes from start to finish, which is pretty fun. So now I'm just doing final rounding out, making sure everything is perfectly even and symmetrical. And there I go. I've got my ring from my antique silverware bent perfectly round and in the exact size that I need. And that's it. That's how you use the PotterUSA Quick Form Press to make an antique silverware ring.